subscribe, and hit the bell.
Welcome back to the Treehouse Show. You just listened to a dope song by yours truly. I'm your host, Gartasian. You are tapped into the trillest podcast in the universe. Today, I am super energized. Even though the sun is down, daylight saving is around the corner. We finna have days going until 6 again, I think 7. So with this summer weather, you put that shit together, this might not be a fake summer. This might be the real deal. I don't know what that means for the penguins and the pandas and the polar bears, but that's neither here nor there. That's the rapper in me. But today, we have two different gentlemen from completely different walks of life. Like, they finna say some shit that is completely different, cause I know I got some context, but it's gonna be super enlightening, and I think it's a message that you all need to hear. So I want you all to really pay attention and maybe even take notes, cause this is really gonna be one of them ones. But I'm gonna stop talking and allow my wonderful guests introduce themselves: name, age, fun fact, and relationship status.
My name is Pac. I'm 29. I'm a tattoo artist. That's the fun fact. Relationship status. I just love everybody that God created. So that's what my relationship is. And
So you poly?
I just love my people, man. I just love people. I got a lot of love to give. Poly, I ain't doing poly because I can't deal with two females unless they argue with each other, though. That'll be decent, though. Don't you think? Like, that'll solve some problems, though. The man ain't got to deal with that, and the females just deal with that with each other, and they could just tell you about it when they got the emotional part out the way, and then we can figure it out. Yeah.
Well, man, can you say the questions one more time? My bad, bro. I was listening to bro. I know the name and where you from, probably.
For sure. Name, age, fun fact, relationship status.
All right, bet. My name is a stiff one. From here in this world that God has created. I'm not going to be necessarily specific about where I'm from, but I do reside in the United States of America. Fun fact, I love to write. I've been writing forever, and writing is a great way to express myself. So I enjoy writing, and relationship status is it's all about the love all the time. So and being open to the beautiful women that God has for me. So, but single at the moment, but we'll see.
Age?
Forever.
Ever.
Forever.
I know, man. That's a good one.
Straight up.
So we gonna get right to it. I ain't gonna lie, a stiff one is a crazy name. Could you break that down?
I don't think he got it.
Yeah, well, it's all about the marketing, you dig? And so the whole reason, I'm wearing the mask right now is because, and the sunglasses, because it's more so about the message, more so than the messenger. I mean, it's cool to have to respect the messenger and to hear the messenger, that's great, but it's more so about the information that the messenger is potentially delivering. So a stiff one, I thought that would be a cool author name. It's been around forever as far as a stiff one, meaning a stiff drink. People normally say that, so I saw it to be something that when you hear it, people are familiar with the name itself. I looked up and it was available, and so here I am. The character, a stiff one, and so a stiff one is a stiff one. It's what every man wants. He wants a stiff one as much as possible, especially when it's time to perform, and potentially is what every woman wants when she wants a stiff one. So I thought that a stiff one would resonate with audiences and readers worldwide.
It brings attention for sure.
Yes, it's all about grabbing attention. I learned that in writing early on. You have to grab the attention, but also at the same time be grown about it, be sexy about it, but at the same time something that grabs attention, is familiar, and now you can personify it and exude it in a whole new way.
Speaking of grabbing attention, why is it that when you get into a relationship, the people who you previously interacted with, let's just be real, maybe the past women you've been with, why do they feel the need to comment on your post or interact with you differently when before that they were not doing that when you were single?
That's both.
Yeah, Pac, break it down.
They just, it's like I guess to be messy, I won't even say messy, more like fishing, trying to see who gonna say something or respond. Cause females is into that type of thing, that's what they do. So
Hold it closer. Mike.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just like fishing, trying to see who gonna say something, who messing with who, and you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. So I mean, I can't really speak for a female's method for doing it because I don't do it. But I feel like if I was to do it, it's to fish something out, see what you can get. Cause what else you comment on unless you want to let people know that you here. But if it's, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy.
Is it happening?
What comment? No, I'm a ghost on social media. Unless you look at my tattoos, I don't even like that type of stuff. Now, has it happened to me in real life? Yeah, but on social media.
What does that look like in real life?
We just had an example of that today, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
You don't gotta get into specifics, but
Shit, it ain't about me, so I can get it. I actually can get into specifics, man.
let's hear it.
Yeah, man. On the way here, man, I stopped at my homie crib, you know what I'm saying? I walk in and I heard kicking at the back door. Man's he wasn't trying to get the strap or nothing. He was just ignoring it, basically. So that's commenting on your page. that's the real life comment on your page. Comment under your post. That's it.
Kicking?
Right. Come to your crib and comment under your page and comment on your post. Because what if you got somebody else up and up right then and now? You never know. So I guess that's the real life comment on your page.
Real life comment on your page.
Comment on your post.
Yeah.
Yeah. It get wild, man. When that love and when that heart involved, it get wild for sure.
Yeah, we gonna spin the block on that.
Yeah, that's wild. You got up out of there real quick, like, man, you know what?
We gotta go, man.
Right.
He tried to entertain it, but not entertain it. We gotta go.
Right. Cause no, I mean, not even to be funny, cause you never know what anybody could be on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for sure.
They might come, you know, and I'm not gonna put that on your bro. You know, I'm just saying, like, any given situation, somebody might think that they finna slide on to one person, but they might come and get everybody in the crib. Anything moving, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that stuff could be dangerous.
Hell yeah, that, especially if, you know, people's hearts are involved and all that, and feelings, and you just never know. So you slide if you can, quick.
Fast.
Yeah, you hear kicking at the door, he ain't tripping.
You say that it's time to go.
It's time to go. All right, bro, you know, I think I was gonna talk to you about, I'll let you know at the bar. Yeah, I haven't necessarily had, the social media stuff as far as comments, but like you said, it'd be the real life stuff, man. It'd be that real life. I'd have been in the club and they seen each other and man, you just trying to hold on for dear life. Because the thing is, man, with women that I've seen, they don't play around, man. You know what I'm saying? And a man or, women even dealing with each other, everybody has to be careful when dealing with everybody. But, just stop playing with people's hearts, man. You dig? So I think, if all of the woman is on the social media, you kind of got it good. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't sliding on you and pulling up,
she could be running you
over.
Yeah,
I mean, I done had to put in a restraining order. Yeah, man. Like, I ain't trying to be funny, but the crib got egged up and cars and got keyed. I done seen it, been a part of it, all that stuff, man. So I don't play around.
Yeah, man.
How did you get a restraining order? Why did you put it on her?
Man, I mean, she was doing very wild things that, not even funny, threatening myself, calling up to, at the job I had at the time, calling up to the job, posting me. And I'll just keep it 100, man. This was a very famous woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put her out there, but she was famous to the point where she was using her fame to kind of get at me on some bogus business, you dig? So that's all I'm gonna say, man. But
that's why you got
the thing about it, though, was Wild 100 about that situation. I kept it real with her about the fact that we weren't in a situation, we weren't in a relationship, and to the point of just hearing that, she didn't like that. But she didn't like the fact that we weren't in a relationship, and then she asked me, well, have you been with anyone else? And I kept it 100 with her, kept it funky with her, yeah,
Of course.
I'm single. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't, got mad. And mind you, bro, we kicked it 3 weeks. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not disrespecting the time. I'm just saying it wasn't a prolonged situation, and, so yeah, bro, it can get real.
Hey, 3 weeks be feeling like 3 months sometime, man.
And it was a good time, but it was like, come on, man.
It's a good time.
It wasn't one of all that, man. Yeah, so social media to your front door, it can happen.
Yep.
You said three weeks could seem like 3 months.
Yeah,
For sure.
What you mean?
Especially if y'all like,
Locked in.
yeah, if y'all locked in off jump, y'all lock in, and then y'all active at that, like y'all spending time together and going out and hanging out. Y'all lose track of time a lot, you know what I'm saying? Then y'all spending so much time together, y'all getting to know each other faster than it would if you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like you done covered like 3 months of ground in just 3 weeks because y'all was with each other 95% of the time.
Do you think those last?
No. Sometimes, in the movies, in the movies, they meet each other in preschool, and then they be 75 years old tomorrow, and they been together for 65 years. They been married for 65 years, but together for 7. That stuff happened in the movies, but do the fast stuff last long? If it do last long, it's gonna be toxic. I think it'll be toxic if it lasts long. They gonna be fighting and tussling, because now they, like I said, it's progressing fast, so they going through a lot quick, and they don't even know how to handle it for real.
What was your longest relationship?
I think like 5 years.
Damn.
But I was a shorty.
That's decent.
I was a kid though.
Yeah, I'm 29 too.
Yeah, and see, them 5 years, I was like, I think 15, 16 to like 20, 21. That was the longest. It don't work. I don't know how I did that at a young age. I know how, but I don't know how. I don't know what's the code to make stuff last long no more. I don't know what it is.
Why do you think that one lasted so long?
Because I was young. I was a kid, so it was just like we was kids. That's why it lasted long. Because we was kids, and we thought everything that we was doing was how it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because I wasn't being faithful. I know that much. I was doing my thing.
Even back then?
Especially back then. I'm a teenager. And you know what I'm saying? She probably doing it. You know what I'm saying? People probably, that's just, like I said, we was young. So, you know what I'm saying? You like somebody, that's what it is. And y'all work things out until y'all can't no more. And then y'all realize y'all growing up out of stuff. And, bro, you grow past it, you grow old. Sometimes that type of stuff end bad, sometimes it don't. It just be a mutual agreement. But that's when you're kids though, when you get old, like once you get past 22 in relationships, they could get kind of physical, all type of stuff.
Like DV?
Yeah, definitely like DV. But it be the dude that get beat up first though.
Damn.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that?
No. I don't like fighting, especially not in a relationship. So, cause it don't make sense to fight a female, unless she like kind of your size. Then you could rough up a little bit. But if she like smaller and real feminine, what, she gonna punch you and what, hurt her wrist? That's about it. Sprain, she gonna be when she punch you and she walk around with a wrist brace on. Nah. I don't do that domestic violence. That stuff not cool. That stuff not cool.
At all.
I'll probably get beat up. I'll probably be the one beat up if I get into domestic violence, because I'm not gonna swing fight back, because I know what I'm capable of. I'm a man. That's a female.
Everybody keep their hands to themselves.
Please keep their hands to
Keep your hands to yourself. Hands, feet, all that to yourself.
Everybody ain't as nice as me, or can get as much patience.
Yeah, I feel like people enter relationships with like love and romance and all sunflowers and rainbows, but then like it could just switch so fast. It go from like that to like almost the opposite, like overnight. And it makes you wonder, like, what switch happened? Like, did people suddenly have higher standards? Did people suddenly have options? Did someone's ex spin the block and then they didn't let you know, so now they thinking they somebody? Like, I sometimes wonder that, like,
Mark all of the above.
You feel
Every
me?
last
Like,
one of those that you just said.
have you ever had somebody switch up real quick? Like,
Man,
I've switched up real quick.
when you, I mean, it can potentially be human behavior where, you know, some people may say we as human beings aren't meant to be monogamous. You're not meant to be with one person for your whole life, or you're only meant to be with one person for a certain amount of time. Who knows? I'm not necessarily an expert on monogamy or polygamy or whatever it might be, but I will say that feelings, man, you can have feelings on Monday and then next thing you know, you wake up on Tuesday and not feel anything for that person. And there might be no rhyme or reason to it. It could be something maybe they did, or like you said, all of the above, like bro said, all of the above. So it's just, it can happen. And that's the rule of dating. Like, unless you make that commitment to somebody before the Lord and guess, or whatever it might be, before the judge, whatever your situation is, anything can happen. They could like your ass today and not like you tomorrow for any given reason at all. They could ghost you, or they could not answer the phone. They can answer the phone. And when you play in this dating game and love game, you got to understand that. It's the rules of engagement. And either get with it or get left.
Everybody's so territorial nowadays. That type of stuff don't work though.
what you mean?
Like, everybody territorial. Like he said, that's the rules of dating. Like, you get to know, you go out, you get to know them. You know what I'm saying? You don't really necessarily rush nothing. You get to know them. But what if one person in the party, all right, I'm peeping signs that I ain't liking. They keep a mental note of stuff that they don't like. Then they back off and fall back. You can't get mad at that because y'all already knew y'all was dating off jump. Like you said, if it ain't no commitment or nothing, a person can ghost you if they want to, and there ain't nothing you can really do about it.
Nothing you could do about it. It was all good just a week ago.
Bro, you just want for them, or you ain't for them. Well, they not for you. That's
A ghost?
That's the date. That's dating. That's real dating. That's how it's supposed to be. Why you think they got the speed dating? You get right there, ooh, then the person disappear and then somebody else. That's speed dating.
And it could be no logical reason. Like, that's the thing about it too. Like, you could have done everything right, pursued them, done everything right. And that's the thing about it. You just cannot control another individual. They can get out how they live any moment in time, and you just have to be with it.
Yeah, because
pick your face up and keep it moving.
You know? And then if you dating, you definitely not the only one. So you think you doing everything right, but old dude, he just dropped the ball on it. Now she gone. Now she ghosting you. She ain't even giving you no explanation because she ain't even thinking about you no more. She forgot you whatchamacallit now. You old boy.
What's his name? And man, what Richard Pryor said, that women could be heartless. You know what I'm saying? Like, once they done moved on your ass, you call crying, oh my God, you know, why he calling me? Like, leave me alone. They block your ass, cuss you out right, if they answer.
They go from screaming your name to why he calling me.
#1 fan. So why he calling? Bro.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Pac, you said so you the one to switch up sometimes.
Yeah, man, because like I said, man, you know what I'm saying, you feel a person out, you might not like something. I be peeping certain stuff. And if I peep something and I don't like it, why should I stay? That's gonna cause future problems. Oh, bro, I already know I don't like it. I'm not finna waste yours or my time. And I'm not finna, especially if it's fresh, it's like, it ain't no point of building something it's like a plague. It start off little, then it's gonna grow because you don't like it. You know you don't like it. You know it's a hang up for you. But just because you like the person, you pushing through it. Nah, you just gotta save yourself the trouble sometimes. Stop wasting your time and stop wasting their time. And bro, you don't like something, that's the dating game. That's yeah, I'll switch up. I'm cool. Or I ain't gonna say too much, but yeah, man. I ain't gonna say too much.
What you about to say?
I already said it. I already locked it in. I'm gonna go ahead and skip over that part. But yeah, though, man, when the switching up, yeah, sometimes, like I said, man, it's a dating game. You can people be having options, and then somebody else is coming a little hotter, or they like them, or they connect with them a little more, but you do more for them. It don't matter. If it's not your time, it's not your time, bro. Yeah, you gotta switch up sometimes. So sometimes it don't be people time, bro. I be a different person every day. Everybody grow every day, because you learn something every day. You know what I'm saying? You a different person every day. You might do something, make a mistake that you made today that you're not gonna make tomorrow. So yeah, I switch up. I ain't the same person I was yesterday. Bro.
Are you territorial?
It depends on what you mean by territorial. I don't want nobody touching my girl. But as far as her doing what she like hanging out, I really don't be tripping about it, because I don't want nobody tripping when I'm doing it.
What you mean?
If I'm out kicking it and I know I'm not doing nothing though, but I'm out with the homies and stuff, I don't want her calling my phone claiming that I'm doing this, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, that's what I mean when I say I'm not gonna be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me back. And if we talking and kicking it all day, what we gonna talk about when we talking and kicking? You know everything.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. So you believe in distance makes the relationship better?
I mean, if you two adults and y'all both busy throughout life, it's gonna be like that genuinely. It ain't nothing that you gotta force. I don't see nobody, he chilling right now, but I don't see nothing, y'all, we doing something, man. I don't see nobody putting out their phone to respond back to no text message. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? And then like the situation right here, say you got a girl right now, and she probably at work, or she just got where she texts you, but she already know what you hear. You know what I'm saying? This some, I met a motherfucker named, what, Stiff'em?
A stiff one.
I met a motherfucker named a Stiff'em, and he put me on to some shit, so you finna love me again, bitch.
Love.
I'm trying to keep it mild, man. I'm trying to keep it mild.
This is for us.
I'm trying to keep it mild, man. I'm trying to keep it mild.
Put me on.
Oh, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I guess that's a great segue.
Yeah.
Into what is the importance of the book and like what you do?
The importance of how to keep your stick hard is the security of humanity. I mean, let's think about it like that. Sex sells, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, there's no sex without an erection. I don't care what color you are, where you are in the world, that situation has to happen in order to have some sex. And in order to produce life, there has to be ejaculation. And if there's no erection, there can be no ejaculation. So literally, the free world is dependent on this book. And not necessarily just this book. Again, it's not about the meat of the book, but more so the understanding of how the counterpart, potentially a penis, can potentially work. Again, this is a book of suggestions. So results may vary. I'm not here to say that, we figured it out, but I will say that if a man has experienced any form of ED, this can potentially help him get the understanding of how to never experience it again. And then if a man is straight right now, like even if he's never experienced ED, he rises to the occasion every time, you can still get better with your counterpart. You can grow it to be bigger, fatter, girthier, longer, stronger, performing in ways that you haven't performed, because we got to keep evolving as a man. You have to keep evolving, keep growing, literally, not only in understanding but also in stamina and in girth and length, all of that. So that it is very possible. So, and just furthermore, it's written to hopefully keep people together. We were talking about it before we put the cameras on, about a lot of relationships may end because a man potentially can't satisfy his woman. I remember those times when I may have had a bout or two with it, and the shame I might have felt, not being able to rise to the occasion. And we just don't want any other men or even other couples to feel that way. Some women out there might feel like horrible. It can be horrible. I mean, not even just for me personally, but it can be a horrible feeling. And you might have some women who might feel like it might be them, but maybe he's not attracted to me anymore. Maybe he's dating somebody else, whatever the situation, whatever their thoughts might take them. So, it cannot be that at all. It can be perhaps he isn't getting enough rest. He isn't getting enough sunlight. It's written to hopefully give the understanding of how God has designed these bodies, how these bodies work in relation to rest, sunlight, applying weight to your body in certain areas to keep you strong, water intake, nitric oxide. Those are just a few of the chapters that are highlighted within the book. But it's a very interesting read. Even, I'll give an example, like some people may say, well, they like to get in hot tubs and whirlpools. Is it smart for a man to get into a hot tub? I don't think so. Like, what are boiled nuts on the menu? Are chestnuts roasted on an open fire for real? Like, why would I want to put where my testosterone comes from and is being produced? Why on God's green earth would a man want to put that into some boiling, scalding hot water and think he's hanging out? And this isn't to, again, say that, stop being in whirlpools and jacuzzis, but at the same time, does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? How do we preserve meat? If a person goes and grabs some ribs or some salmon or whatever they grab from the grocery store, where do they put it if they want to preserve it?
In the freezer.
In the freezer, the refrigerator, you put cold on it. So therefore, we should take cold showers potentially. That might sound crazy, but at the same time, again, why would you want to put scalding hot water on your nuts? Why would you want to hit in your nuts? Where your testosterone, the main component that makes you a man, keeps you hard, keeps your voice deep, keeps hair growing out your face. Why would you splash hot scalding water on that? Does that potentially make sense? Now again, this is not a cry to say stop taking hot showers, but just to give some understanding and perhaps a perspective to think about. So that's why the book is here.
Definitely some stuff to think about for sure. So like, I was actually at a whirlpool with my shorty for V-Day, right?
They're everywhere, bro. Like if you go to them rooms where you can, dip off with your lady or whatever your situation is, it's gonna be in there, the jacuzzis. And so like I'll put my feet in. Even if I get in, I might get in for a quick second, but I'm not just posted up in a boiling hot jacuzzi. And to me, if I wanna stay right and keep everything cool.
No, that makes sense though, because when I was in that bitch, I didn't. It's like something just naturally didn't want me to be in that bitch. Like I was there and they're like, I'm gonna head out. She was trying to stay, but I'm like, but I didn't know what it was. But now that you mentioned it, it's not even, the body don't even like it naturally.
Yeah, your balls was crying out for help. Get me out of here. I know you love this woman.
Maybe, yeah, right. I was just put my feet in there. So the heat, is it just like while you're in it is bad, or is it just like it has permanent effects when you're in the heat like that?
Well, potentially. I'm not saying it can permanently affect anything or not. I'm just saying like perhaps just that feeling of like how you might have experienced, just the feeling of being in it like, man, and maybe you may not have known it at the time. You may just perhaps didn't feel as comfortable as you should down there. And with whom that has been given much is required. We have to understand and be men. We have to lead. We have to be smart. And I've learned that, applying with understanding comes wisdom. So once I understand, like, wait a minute, if I'm here to preserve this meat that I have, I'm not putting anything hot. I'm doing my best to stay away from hot anything for meat, because the best way to preserve meat, as we saw with going to the grocery store and grabbing something, is to cool it, is to ice it, it's like hoopers after the game. What's the first thing you see them doing? Icing their knees, getting iced up. LeBron, he playing 21, 22 years. You see him in that ice, you dig, all the time. It's literally preserving the meat.
What are the effects of alcohol?
Oh man.
And like drugs on them?
Man, so the thing about alcohol is that it can potentially have a lot of sugar in it, and sugar then turns into fat. So if a man wants to stay lean and he wants his penis to stay lean, and a lean, mean machine, then perhaps alcohol can literally destroy his libido, destroy his sex drive. It just depends. Now, is that, like I drink, I might have, some wine or something. I might take a shot or two, but the thing about it is learning your body. Like, you are gonna live in your body forever as a man. Get to know what is your proper intake. So for me, it might be, 2 glasses of wine, I'm chilling. Maybe a shot, but that's about it. For another man, it might be 3 shots of some Henny or something, or whatever the alcohol is, and that's his whatever. So it's really just about, but as we know, Scripture says gluttony. Gluttony is one of the, we've heard that gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins. To just overdo anything will lead to death and dysfunction. So know thy limit when it comes to alcohol, but definitely I would suggest the more you drinking, a person potentially should be drinking as much water as they are taking alcohol to help their body stay in a nice, smooth flow.
I guess I know the book will have all the sauce, but for the listeners, what advice could you give people? You kind of giving some gems, but that they can just do starting now to help with their meat.
Help with your meat. Kegel exercises. So God has given us literally a downstairs gym. So it's the Kegels, the pelvic floor exercises, or exercises that target the pelvic floor, that strengthen that pelvic floor. And what I mean by that, for people that may not know, let's say if you're taking a pee, and when you want to stop your pee from coming out, those muscles that you are exercising to stop that pee, perform those daily. So do your best to, like as an example, I'll hold for 20 seconds. Let's say if I'm just driving and nobody has to know you're doing them, I'll do 5 sets of 20. I'm serious. It might sound silly, but this is literally a tangible way to achieve best results for yourself. It is every man for themselves job out here. To whom that is given much, much is required. So Kegel exercises. Press and hold for as long as you can, because the thing is, you want to strengthen the perineum. The perineum is that gateway from from under his scrotum and his anus. That gateway is the perineum. The perineum has to stay hard. So the way you can do that is Kegel exercises. That's not even saying just running to the gym and throwing up crazy weight. You can use your own body weight, and it's going to strengthen that. 2, drink more water. 3, get more rest. Like, I know we all out here hustling. We out here on the hustle and bustle. Got to make it happen. Got shorties, got this, got that. Got you, like you said, Valentine's Day, you got to, handle your business, but figure out how to get your rest. Increase your nap game if you need to. I know that might sound crazy, but let's think about it like this. We are them same little people. We are those same shorties that were at daycare when we were babies and we would take naps. There's not a daycare in the land where shorties don't take a nap. Why would we think that just because we got bigger that we don't still need naps? I'm a nap king. I'll 30-minute take a quick 30-minute, you dig, hour, you dig, 15 minutes, just make sure you get your nap in. Sunlight, very important. Like, there are certain places in the world, they don't even go outside when the sun isn't up, because they know that the sun is their greatest source of energy. So let's say people say, well, man, I work inside all day or whatever. Step outside and get that sunlight. If you go into the grocery store, park your car. If the sun is out, park your car at the end of the parking lot and get them steps in where you're getting that sunlight. That's why you think they put people in prison so much, you know what I'm saying? It's to strip you from the sun. Wow. 23-1, all lockdown, or put you in a hole so you can't see the sun. People go crazy when they don't see the sun. Why you think you don't see windows in the casino? So you can't see and know if the sun is up or down. Because the sun is light, is strength. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get that sunlight every day, young man.
And all of these, what do they help do?
Keep your stick hard. Point blank. I mean, it help you keep your, but not only just keeping your stick hard, it reinforces, so, when I take a cold shower, Lord knows it be cold as hell, but it reinforces discipline. It reinforces you to stay your ass in there, take that shower, feel that cold ass water on you, but stay in there and wash your ass. Point blank. So that, to me, transfers potentially to life. Now, let's say you in you got a $100 million tattoo situation going on, and the stakes are high, and you're able to perform, and I'm just using that as an example, beloved. You're able to perform because you're able to perform in the shower. So it all becomes just a standard discipline that you take everywhere. throughout a man's life. And then now your children are watching you. And now you're able to inspire them. Now the community, they come out and see you. Man, he on his business. You inspiring your family. Oh man, you gaining muscle weight, or you losing fat, or I like that, you looking good. I'm gonna start, what you doing? I've been going to the gym. You know what, I'm gonna start going too. Like each one teach one, each one reach one. So it's not just about the individual, but it's also potentially how they can inspire others. And I mean, you gonna keep your lady, potentially. I mean, that can, trust me, a lot of women out here wanna feel good. You know what I'm saying? They wanna be proud of their situation. They wanna be feeling like their man putting them through the mattress. And if he is, potentially I'm not saying that's the only end all be all, but a lot of women want to be in that type of situation. So let's just check, you keep checking them off the list.
Well said, well said. Yeah, you got me sold, so I definitely have to grab me a copy. You know what I'm saying? How to Keep Your Stick Hard, best-selling book on Amazon right now. Go to Amazon.com, search books, and then type in How to Keep Your Stick Hard by a Stiff One. It's gonna pop right up. Paperback or Kindle. But for real though, check out this book. Straight up. Straight up, straight up. See, we got some real hustlers on the couch. Yeah. Where does that hustle come from?
I'll let Pat go first.
Just like the hunger, it come from like what I feel like where everybody hunger come from, wanting more out of life, and you know it's more out there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you just chasing that and being consistent with that. That's where the hunger come from, and especially if you come from a background where there's nothing back there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then you feel like you got the vision, and it's like it feel real to you. Yeah, the hunger is there, and then you doing something and you seeing results. You get even more hungry, and you get to wanting more. Every day you wake up and you do something different with your two legs. You want to do it more.
I just always desired to have my own. I just remember being, like I'd be telling the story. I remember being 5 years old at my auntie crib, and she was like, I sure wish I had somebody to pull these weeds out my yard. I'm like, I'll pull them. She like, I'll pay you $5. Man, to me, $5, as a 5-year-old was $1 million. I said, you'll pay me what? All I gotta do is pull them out back. I'm in the yard pulling everything I see, weeds, tulips, roses. She came out there, boy, if you don't stop pulling all my roses out, oh, my bad. She like, and that's how I know what weeds are to this day. Like, she showed me what weeds look like, what roses look like, what, you know what I'm saying? But as a hunter, I got my $5. And when I remember holding that $5 in my hand, like, okay, I work for this. I can go buy me some candy if I want to. I can go do it, or I can save it. So it started with that, just always want to have my own. I always never wanted to ask anybody for anything. I never liked the word no, you know what I'm saying? And I just never liked having to ask, like, man, can I have $1 or can I have this? I never liked that feeling. And then, man, we were just always doing something to hustle, either shooting dice, pitching pennies, flipping quarters in the back of the classroom, something. I mean, it started with shooting dice. And I remember starting out with $5 and I'm walking out of there with 50, like, damn. Okay, now I'm walking out with 100. Yeah. Now I'm walking out with a stack. And it kept going. And, now I'm working this job and doing this. And I think the more and more I started to find myself and see my talents, then that's what helped me get to the bread. Like, okay, I can write. I know how to write, man. I know how to communicate, because, my mom always kept me in writing classes and, just expanding my vocabulary. So I'm equipped to express myself through words. And so now I'm looking at it like, okay, this is a subject matter that every man and woman think about to some degree, staying right forever, keeping vitality, staying healthy. Because the thing about it, not having a healthy penis is not just about sex. It's also an indication that you are healthy as an individual, as a man. The healthy penis is a result of you taking care of yourself. You dig? It's not just about having sex or whatever. So yeah, so looking at it like that, okay, if we just continue to sell this to people, it's a relevant topic, package it up, keep the hustle going. And just, now we flip another hustle and flip another hustle. So that's what we on.
So when you give enough value to people, then you get rewarded handsomely for it.
God willing. If you put your all into something, you hone your craft, You put to me, it's just all about the honest work of it. You know what I'm saying? And being smart in your work and being efficient. It's the law, and that's what the book talks about too. Like, God has made laws out here, and one of them is the law of compensation. You can't miss it. It's when you put the work in. I don't care what you doing, where you at. When you put the work in, if you build it, they gotta come. That's the law. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. It's irrefutable. And if we can just continue to hang in there, stay disciplined, stay diligent, and be efficient and be smart and maneuver and be like Kobe with the pivot if we need to, the world is ours.
Well said, well said. Pac, what background are you from?
Like I said, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. Me personally, I'm from the Hundreds, but my mom and my grandma, they from the east side of Chicago. So if you know the east side of Chicago, you know how shady and grimy it is around there, especially close to the water. And that's where my OG and my grandma, they from close by the water. But I'm from the Hundreds, Roseland, West Pullman area. And I mean, I wasn't really like bad, but you know, as a boy, you're gonna get into stuff, especially if you always going outside, you're gonna get into what you get into. I wasn't a follower, so it was a lot of stuff that I didn't get into. I only got into what I wanted to get into. And the majority of the time it was bad. I ain't gonna lie, I got in trouble a lot because of myself. I really didn't get in trouble with people. You know, so I really missed a lot of opportunities to get in trouble with people because, you know what I'm saying, it just wasn't for me. So I mean, I came from a regular background though, you know, grew up in the Hundreds of Chicago. I went to Finger my freshman year, and I graduated from Julian sophomore to senior year. Yeah, so I'm a wild, wild child for sure.
Yeah, what was that like, kind of going from the Hundreds to kind of the more rough area? Was it like all right, gotta shift, gotta pivot?
It was the same. It was the same thing. The Hundreds. Man, it ain't no cakewalk in the Hundreds, man. You think it's a cakewalk, especially in the city part. Even in the burbs, I don't know why people think the Hundreds is anything different from the city. It's just we got 3 ditches. That's it. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of people. And you the same thing that happened to you. You walk on the wrong block if you go anywhere else. So yeah, it was growing up anywhere in Chicago. You gotta be smart. You gotta keep your head on your shoulders, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be on point. It's the same thing. It was like that. I don't think I came from like a bogus background, but you know what I'm saying, my people ain't had nothing, but everything we had, we worked for. So that's the type of background I came from.
Yeah. Do people ever try you because you from the burbs a little bit or from the Hundreds?
Shit, I ain't from the burbs. I'm from West Pullman Road. I'm from the city. I can't say I've got tried because of that reason, but I've got tried just because that's the type of things you got to go through, especially when you're a boy growing up. You got to, especially when you going to public schools. You know what I'm saying? I went to Finger High School. I went to Julian High School. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of schools they was back in the days, the 80s and stuff, but them bad boys, they wasn't no cakewalk. There was a lot of stuff going on up in there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I got tried. I'm a cool dude, so you know what I'm saying? I'm mostly cool with everybody before anybody try to try me. If I get into it with anybody, it ain't that deep. We just young getting into it. Well, I ain't getting into it with nobody now though. That's over with. I'm too old for that. Bro, I ain't never got tried though. I don't know. I wish I was from the burbs. For real.
Really?
For real. I would have never came to the city. I'd never be out here. I'd be bored in my big old crib in the border, chilling, studying, doing some homework, going to practice or something. But instead, I grew up. I went to CPS schools. Never went to nothing else but CPS schools. I played sports. I played sports from the time I was old enough to the time I was too old. I played sports from about 6, 7 to about, I think, 24, 25. Yep, up until I picked up my tattoo machine. Yeah, I played sports.
What you play?
I played basketball through grammar school. Then when I got to high school, I discovered wrestling and baseball. So I kind of
Wrestling?
Yeah, I kind of put basketball off to the side. Then when I got to high school, I seen that they already be really having their teams. They just be doing trial to do the little plate replacements for the people that graduated. So I just, you know what I'm saying, I was captain of the wrestling team. I played football. I played football, wrestle, and baseball. I spent high school.
Smell all American.
Yeah, I played sports all year round. I tried to stay busy, but that was just me wanting to stay busy, you know? But I didn't do none of that over the weekend. I was outside kicking it. And I didn't do it if I wasn't at school. I played sports though.
What about sports, I guess, was so like that you want to do all of them?
I just was trying to stay busy. I was just trying to keep it going, because it's like, I don't know what it was for me when I was younger. I just played sports. It's just something I wanted to do. When you growing up in a black kid from the hood, that's all we know. That's all that's put in front of us. Shit, we was always good at sports, so that's what I was doing. I was doing sports. If I knew I wanted to be a tattoo artist, I would have had the whole high school tatted up. I would have been this whole city. You probably would have had my tattoos by now if I was tattooing in high school, bro. It was sports though. That's how we all knew shit.
Yeah, that's crazy how it's like sometimes you had the ability, but then you don't get the assignment until later.
Yeah, you don't know. Cause it's like I said, it's all about growing. Okay, so I got kids. So one thing that I learned about kids is babies start off smart. As they get older, they get dumbed down.
Damn.
So it's like, if you stop feeding them, and because you see how quick they learn if you throw a fresh baby in the water, they damn near know how to swim already. They damn near already know how to swim and breathe underwater, because they was just doing that shit first of all. But then after a while you don't teach them how to swim, they gonna forget about it and get older and not know how to swim. Because everybody know how to swim. We was in our mama's stomach full of liquid. You know what I'm saying? So how you come out the womb and now you older, you don't know how to swim. So basically what I'm saying is you gotta always feed your mind. You always gotta be fed. You just can't think it's it, you know everything. You just can't stop. You just gotta always, bro, you gotta always improve. You gotta be a sponge. So yeah, therefore it was like, wait, what was your question again?
I ain't gonna lie. Now you had me with that baby stuff.
Yeah, because that's
not.
real. I forgot what made me say that, but for real though, you can't stop feeding your brain. You gotta evolve every day. Or you're gonna be stuck in the same place. Even like people that get put in situations where it's meant for them to just be stuck in that same place, they still find a way to evolve. So you just gotta, that's cause it's meant. You gotta grow, you gotta learn, you gotta be a sponge, no matter who you are or what you are. You gotta always be willing to absorb something every day, and not just food and BS. Bro, you gotta feed your brain. That bet we're gonna be stupid. You're gonna be walking around here, half your face hanging off because you slow and fried. Fried, died, and laid to the side, bro. For real.
That's the worst nightmare.
Hey, it be happening. It be happening out here, man. My 8th grade teacher used to tell me, she used to always say, beauty fade, dumb is forever. She used to always say that. That's her favorite thing. She probably still say it to this day.
Is that what you look for in a partner?
What? Somebody who put the intent. I'm not gonna say I look for them to be a super smart Einstein or nothing like that, but they gotta be willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smart enough to know that it's important to learn. That's about it, bro. Cause I'm gonna be on the same thing. Cause you want me to teach and you want me to lead. Cause females say all the time they want somebody to lead and somebody they can learn from, but they don't want to learn or be taught because they feel like they know everything, or you know what I'm saying. They feel like they got all type of brothers, so they know the game, or they daddy been in their life. So it's not just the females without the daddies. The females with the daddies be a problem too. Well, I ain't gonna say a problem, but the females with the daddies, they you know what I'm saying, they got their ways. Bro.
What are some of those ways?
They feel like they know the game. They feel like they daddy taught them the game. They feel like they brothers taught them the game. Just off them watching them and growing up with them and being around them. Or they got a lot of male friends, but they be failing to realize everybody different. Like we all men, but we all got different game. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a bro code. That's real. A guy code is real. But at the same time, we all got different approach. Like we all 3 different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, I can go on forever. I'm finna go off topic, say something, talk about some other stuff. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Get real.
I guess before we wrap up, what's front of mind for you all? What's a message that you all want the people to hear?
How to Keep Your Stick Card is available on Amazon.com. Search How to Keep Your Stick Card by Step One, and get your copies today. I think that it makes a great read if you are an individual male, you're single, and just looking to have greater understanding of your potentially yourself, your body, the world around you. I think it's an interesting read. If you are a young lady out there and you like to have more understanding on men and their counterparts, I think it's an interesting read. If you are a group of ladies, like a lot of book clubs have been making it as a read, or sororities are making it as a read. I just think it's an overall fun read. It's not a whole bunch of big words, but I think it gives a lot of great perspective. Other than that, enjoy your life. You know, we get one life. You know, God bless the great Jesse Jackson who just passed on. Mm-hmm. And now it's our time. You know, so anybody that's out there, that's what I'm gonna leave with you. You know, like bro was kind of saying, you know, keep evolving, keep staying busy, but not only just busy, but a productive busy. You know, that advances you, your family, your community, and the world forward. So that's it for me, man. How to Keep Your Stick Card available everywhere. Go grab that and keep loving and keep giving.
I will say real quick, you were mentioning body. You've built a very impressive body, just being real.
Love, bro. Praise God.
You're welcome. And off the record, you were saying how it wasn't always like that.
No, yeah, so again, man, I was just out here living. I thought I was doing a decent job, doing my push-ups every day, getting some runs in, playing some ball when I was able to, eating decent. I didn't eat pork or beef, but I still have found that there are ways that, like bro was saying, to evolve and learn more, to feed myself. And what has brought me to this point, I really, around the pandemic, really wanted to just gain a greater appreciation of God, a greater walk with God. And I just heard God telling me, if you really want to walk with me, you got to see how I've set it up. You got to study the world, study nature, study how we've set it up. And that's what I've been doing. And have come to find that love makes the world go round. We've been sitting here to dress the garden and keep it. And in doing that, applying weight and eating certain foods for me, it just it put on muscle and mass. And then too, it's hereditary too. You know, like the men on my father's side are historically big men, you know, weighing, like I think my grandfather was 400 pounds. My father's around 270. So, you know, and I'm 265 right now. So I just think in addition to lifting weight and eating a certain way, my man weight hit as well. So, yeah, but learning, I've just been doing my best to learn myself every day, reproduce myself every day, and evolve every day. And it's an ongoing journey. It's a lifelong journey that I'm enjoying.
So what you're saying is, like, sometimes you get older as a man, you do get bigger?
Potentially.
Because when does that kick in? I still got the fast metabolism.
Yeah, I mean, and mine is too, but I think that the more weight that a person applies and the heavier the weight, you're gonna naturally rip and tear the muscle. That's really what it's all about, tearing the muscle. Literally tearing on some Hulk stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, tearing yourself to become bigger, and then you feed yourself. Because you're gonna naturally be hungrier because you're just applying more weight and you're working more and you're tearing more. So just feeding your muscle that protein, and you're gonna look up and be like, damn, I can't fit this shirt anymore. And it's gonna naturally happen. But it only will happen if a person tears those muscles and then replenish them by helping them to become bigger and sustaining them. So it's work, because a person can gain a little bit and then next thing you know, take a week off from the gym or 2 weeks and then fall off, or get injured and fall off. Like, things happen. So it is definitely work. It's a mindset of work. The mindset is, if I want this, I gotta earn it. And that's what the book is talking about. Erections aren't free. They are not. They cost time, energy, and effort. They are not free. So, and as with, gaining weight and sustaining it, it's not free. You gotta earn it. That's the mindset. Every day in, day out, take your rest, get your water. But that's the mindset. The majority of the time, keep building.
Last question. Have you noticed like a difference with like how women perceive you since you put on weight, or has it not changed?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of women, they like bigger men. That's what I've learned. And some women may not. Like, I was coming out of a grocery store one time, and these older women, they had to be in their 70s and 80s, but they were beautiful. They were cool. And I saw one of them out the corner of my eye. She was nudging the other one, like, girl, look at this, look at bro coming out. And the older lady looked, she said, too many damn muscles for me. So it may not be for everybody, you dig? But I think that for me, I enjoy being strong. I enjoy, even for my community, like, it could be some shorties like, man, mister, you strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, what that represents. They may not even know who I am, but they just know that they see a strong black man, and that's cool, like he in real life. And not to say I'm the only one, but
you don't see it that often.
You're right. So yeah, I just think but again, it's not about the me of it. That's what, precisely why I'm wearing the mask now, why, the author is a stiff one, because it's not necessarily about the me. Hopefully I'm just representing a certain lifestyle that I have learned to implement for myself, and then this is a result of that.
Man, a lot of gems dropped. This was definitely an insightful learning experience. So I thank you all both for coming on here. And before we wrap up, how can I reach you on socials? Any final words?
You can follow me on Instagram at PacInc, PAC.Inc with 2 Ks. You know what I'm saying? It's going on, so you can just tap in. I'll be on them DMs, so if I don't see you, that mean you ain't talking about nothing.
A stiff one on TikTok, How to Keep Your Stick Hard on Instagram, Facebook. Again, Amazon.com, search How to Keep Your Stick Hard by a Stiff One. You can definitely reach me there. And by paying this $19.82 to get your book, that'll reach me for sure. Also, a stiff one author at gmail.com. Send me some questions. We love to, there's some of my guys like, no, I don't believe the whole hot tub thing. I'm getting in the hot tub, dog. And that's what's up. Like, if you want to send me something like that, we can have a whole, we can just have an intelligent debate about it, discussion if you like, or if there's some things you do agree with, like, damn, that does make sense. A stiff one author at gmail.com.
Shay.
Appreciate you, bro, for having me.
No, for sure. It was a good experience, for sure. A great experience.
Likewise. This was dope. This was super dope. As always, stay hydrated. Stay breathing in that good ass consciousness. Most importantly, stay basic.
Don't turn timid or back. Yeah, don't only care if they buy. Don't only care if they buy. Don't only care if they buy. I'm spreading positivity, some light.